Hi, this is my video on the Apeman action camera waterproof floating hand grip selfie stick. That is quite a long name, so I'm just going to call it Apeman hand grip. Now I've purchased this from Amazon for £12.99 and that's Amazon UK, and there was no deals on this. So I'll quickly go around the box. At the top of the box we've got the word Apeman and just a line diagram of the actual floaty hand grip, and at the bottom here we've got floating hand grip, and this is the AS-A01 model, and a bit of yellow, not yellow, sorry, orange at the bottom. We have the words Apeman on that side, basically Apeman's address and Apeman's email and website on the back, and just the actual model number. This is what you get inside the box. You get a little quick start guide for this floaty hand grip, and it's written in English and other languages, so you get that. And we get the actual floating hand grip itself. Now when you get it, it does come attached with this wrist lanyard that has an adjustment here for your wrist. We have a loop at the bottom, and we have this nice rubber texture grip in the center, and at the top we have the GoPro fingers, and you get a thumb screw. Now I'm going to run through all of this now. The actual floaty hand grip is made out of plastic, in case you didn't guess that. The thumb screw is made out of plastic, obviously with a metal screw, and they put a metal nut on the end. The actual length of this floaty hand grip from bottom to top, or top to bottom if you want, is 7.9 inches, and the thickness is 1.6 inches thick. The total weight of this hand grip is 88 grams without the camera on there. With this particular selfie stick or floating hand grip, I'm so used to doing selfie sticks on my channel. With this floating hand grip, there is the negative thing about this floating hand grip, which I found, is there is no compartment. It is hollow inside. Just by the sheer tapping of it, I know it's hollow inside by the sound, but you cannot unscrew the bottom of this. So basically you cannot store anything in the chamber, which is a big negative for this, because I have reviewed other floating hand grips where you can unscrew this bottom part where the loop is and actually put coins and your rings and etc. that can fit into this floating hand grip and still float. But with this one, you cannot remove the bottom. To the lanyard, we get this nice nylon lanyard, which is attached for you when you get it, so you don't have to do it yourself. And as I stated before, it has this kind of adjustment here, where you simply just slide this up and down the lanyard for your adjustment to your wrists. And to simply just pull it on, put it over your hand, obviously open the adjustment, slide the adjustment down, clip it down with a nice clip sound there. Nice clip sound there for you. And then there we have it's nice and tight on your wrist. So this is how the Apeman floating hand grip looks when you've got an action camera on there. Now this is the GoPro Hero 9, but you can put any other suitable action camera on this floaty hand grip, as long as it's got the GoPro fingers style mounting system on the camera or on the case. Now I'm going to ask this, can you put 360 cameras on there? Now 360 cameras such like the Insta-1R or the GoPro Max or the GoPro Fusion, as I stated before, as long as it's got the GoPro mount on there, you can put them on there. But please bear in mind that when you put a 360 camera on these floaty hand grips, because of the length of the actual hand grip is pretty short, if you look back on yourself, i.e. look down towards you as such, as you're editing your video, you're going to get a distortion of your hand, especially with these thick 360 cameras. So Be aware of that. Medium-sized hands, I like the feel of this. It has a nice, good circumference for holding this particular floaty hand grip. Now I have reviewed other hand grips where it's quite more narrow, and I find that my hand will tend to hurt around here, but this is a nice diameter, especially for somebody with either medium or small hands. Now if you've got large hands, you might find this of a bit of a pain after holding this for a while, but please let me know in the comments. Now this is my 2p worth on the Apeman floaty hand grip. Start off with the negatives first, and the biggest negative with this floaty hand grip, and there are not many negatives about it, has to be with this section at the top here. Now as I says, I've reviewed other hand grips whereby this particular bottom part where the loop is, where you put the the wrist strap on, you can screw this off to reveal a chamber inside here. Now I know there is a chamber inside here. This is not solid all the way, solid plastic. There is a chamber in here which has just got the air in there, but I just do not like how you cannot screw this top off whatsoever, so you can store things like money or your rings or even your necklace or whatever, or chain, into here. So that to me is a big negative, especially for the price. The next negative has to be with this nut that they put on the other side of the fingered mount when you put the, obviously, the thumb screw through. Now these, after a while, have a tendency of dropping out. They are not glued in, they're just simply placed in there by, and friction is holding that nut in. So when you do get this, if you can, try your best to take the nut out and just glue the nut around the sides of the nut. Glue the sides of the nut and place it back in there, because at least that will keep that nut from dropping out, because eventually it will drop out and you'll most likely lose it. And the last negative has to be with the actual grip. Now some people may find this as a negative and some people may find it as a positive. To me it's a bit of a negative, because even though it's a silicone grip with these dimples in, I have had other grips on other floaty handles which are more grippy than these. I have tested this out, and personally for me, as my hand got wet, it didn't feel any more grippier, if that's a word, than when it was dry. As I stated, on other handles and floaty hand grips that I've had, the more your hand got wet, the more this rubber absolutely clings to your hand. So for me personally, it's a bit too smooth and not grippy enough. And now for the positives about this floaty hand grip from Apeman. Now Apeman normally is a company that normally makes a lot of action cameras at the budget end. So to me, this is something new that I have gone in, that I have looked in, that Apeman has done, and now started making these floaty hand grips for their action cameras. I do like the construction of this floaty hand grip. It's, even though it's at $12.99, it doesn't feel cheap in the hand. I have to admit that. And I like the plastics that they've used. And when you look closely at the plastics of this, and it'd probably be hard to pick it up on camera. Obviously this is made out of two sections which they have glued together to make the floaty hand grip. And you do not see the line so prominent like on other floaty hand grips, where you actually see that two halves, the prominent line. This is not so prominent. I also think this is a plus for this floaty hand grip, is the actual diameter of the hand grip. It feels really solid and really comfortable in the hand. Not so much the grip, but the actual diameter of the actual floaty hand grip feels quite nice in the hand. And last, on the positives, I like how Apeman provides you with a thumb screw and also with a wrist lanyard with an adjustment on the end. My overall conclusion of the Apeman floaty hand grip: considering that Apeman is a company that normally makes action cameras and also dash cams, this is not a bad hand grip for its price. It could have been about £2 cheaper than what it is. Which is not a bad thing. I'm just stating that because you can't go into this compartment for £12.99, there are others out there which are reviewed that are less priced than this, which you can go into the compartment. But the drawbacks with some of them is the diameter at the bottom of the actual floaty hand grip is a bit thinner, or the diameter is a bit thicker than what this one is. So them are the drawbacks with the others at a cheaper price. But this is not a bad hand grip to take on holiday if you're going on holiday. Now, if you happen to have this particular floaty hand grip, please leave down in the comment section what you thought about it, because your opinions are different to my opinions. And I haven't said that in a while in my videos. So please leave that down in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a thumbs down. I perfectly understand my videos can be long, but I like to go into detail to save you the trouble of when you buy the product, you know what to expect. So that's why my videos are long. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.